victims never ever have any rights. I certainly never did. What happened to me? I'm sick to death of child molesters. That, oh wow, I have to be afraid my whole life. And I saw 2 major videos that really, cut me deep. Because it's reality. I mean, these women in the UK, it takes years and years, for the truth to come out, if it ever comes out. And unfortunately, Joyce Meyer was a victim to her dad, 5 to 18 years old. Sure, she said 18. And the great thing that she was able to do was she had conferences, and she said, well, women in their 50s and 60s came up. It was all bottled up inside of them. And they started to be healed. Now, I'm telling you the truth. There is no healing with trauma except to just try to deliberately forget it. It's always there. And I'll tell you what my PTSD is. It's a fucking child molester is what the... Okay. I don't have to swear. I can do what Steve Wilkos says. I mean, swearing is a turnoff. I want to be, like, appropriate to, like, any listener. And, I mean, it certainly doesn't bother me to swear, a person swearing, but to other people it does. And I'm impressed that Steve Wilkos doesn't use the F word. Like, okay. Yeah, you can say scum of the earth. I'm sick to death of a scum of the earth, okay, to trigger me. And I would say that's where my complex post-traumatic distress comes from. I mean, it's complex because this individual really harmed me. And they know they did. And they just want to keep me down. And all they do is lie. And I didn't lie the whole time. How would I have lied? He never ever cared one bit about me. When I first met him, I needed a place for me and my boys. I never got any help from him. He became, I prefer to call them supposed to be caretakers, to be that far away, because I never had anyone take care of me. I never had a caretaker, so I prefer to just say supposedly caretakers. Okay. He was best friends with them. Totally lied to me the entire time he was knowing me. Pretending to be my friend, I just thought he was an oddball. I just thought, naturally he was just crazy. Okay, you were harmed and that's, okay. So I have a heart for people who were abused. And he was majorly abused, but he had his own place. He hadn't made it here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He never had anything wrong, anything really bad that happened to him here, ever. Nothing. Not me. I was attacked by everyone because I was targeted because of what my family did to me. But him, he had it easy. He had it real easy. And he triggers me to go back, and he creates my hell. You know, I mean, all it takes is one person to ruin your life. Oh my God, I saw the most awful videos. I mean, this poor girl, she had 3 children to her dad. 3 children. But, you know, lived upstairs. This other girl, a Mexican, kidnapped her at the age of 16. How awful is that? And she finally escaped. 20 years later, after, you know, him raping her all the time and beating her up, and she had an abortion there, and you know, just awful. This world's just totally awful. So I naturally am mad at all the child molesters in my life. Nothing ever bad happened to them. They never ever had to face any consequences for their actions. They never had to do they never ever did one thing wrong. I mean, they never had to, they did major wrong and never ever had to face the consequences. And I'm just outraged. I'm totally outraged. I'm just naturally disgusted with how awful this world really is. And I mean, time and time again, Earth is hell, just because there's just way too many victims. I mean, you know, just way. I never deserved any of my severe abuse. My last 2 abusers were the worst. But the worst one of all, is the one who says that I raped my son. So, I mean, and I can explain it to the scum of the earth. I was, unfortunately, child molested, and he was too. And because of that, I naturally was going to jump over the bridge. Over the Columbia Bridge. That, you know, I mean, that's just a natural going through that much pain. Now, he happened to be my worst abuser by complexing that. I mean, if nobody understands that, I mean, he's just total evil and Satan himself. He really is. It's just absolutely awful. So, and he never told me he raped Alex until something like 7 years ago or 8. Who cares? He's barely in my life. He's more of my supposedly caretakers' friends than mine ever was my friend. So, okay, the scum of the earth, I could never ever get through to him, but to claim that I did something, that I was going to jump over the bridge because it happened to me and him, and it certainly wasn't me. I mean, this scum of the earth, he says, I raped myself and my boys, and, you know, just a total lie. Just insane. And why we are connected is because he decided to connect with my supposedly caretakers. So he connected with my worst enemies. That's why he is the worst of the worst abusers in my life. I totally awful. Totally destroys me whatever chance that he can. And that is just saying, oh, well, you were never harmed. You were never ever harmed. You're crazy. It's all in your head. You were never harmed. It's all in your head. You're real delusional. And what are you talking about? Why would I keep on repeating the same old shit? And I'm done with it. I want to live. I want to live. I'm done with it. I want to live. And he just never ever let me go with putting me down. Yeah. Oh, well, you had a great life. I mean, he doesn't even have to say that. Just being around a person who thinks that you're crazy, it is awful. But the whole thing is, if it's a total stranger, that's great, because I have nothing to do with total strangers walking the street that I've never seen before. I mean, I'm not saying it's great. It's just, it doesn't affect me. Okay, that's okay. It does not affect me. With the acquaintances I met this year, last year, they don't really affect. My ex-boyfriend didn't really affect me. Okay, because we never got close. Okay, those people. But this monster, the scum of the earth, my worst abuser of all time, he got so close to me and sexually violated me in the worst way, because he heard all my sex stories. So I'm done. I'm done, because I can't deal. I'm his victim, and I can't deal with that hell, because there's a bond there. There is a bond. And when he talks to me, I go back to my hell. So he creates my hell for me. I go back to my hell of being, unfortunately, raped, and I should never have been raped. Or, I mean, he happens to be my worst abuser. I mean, I had a really, really, really bad, rotten husband. But he fractured my jaw. He beat me up all the time. And this scum of the earth, my worst abuser, says, well, I would have done the same thing. And, like, why? I know it just because I say the truth. And you can't take the truth because you're Satan yourself. And people have their own opinions, you know. I use God and Satan and okay, just simply put, there's right, there's wrong, and there's extreme wrong. I just want all the wrong to be terminated. Just simply put. I mean, I want all the scum of the earth to just be terminated. And I'm still gonna maybe think forever that I have my God, who happened to be Jesus, who died on the cross. But people are, like, it's questionable, but okay, I still think, okay, whatever, somehow he's able to take care of the most super evil scumbags of the universe. And that's the only hope that I have. And why would my God want those sickos to live for eternity? Now, who do I want to live for eternity? My atheist boys who never harmed a fly. He never harmed anyone. Okay? I want just the normal people, like late Susan Schappel, who didn't believe in Jesus. I want her to live forever, because she never harmed a fly. Alright, I want these people, you know, who are non-believers, and yeah, I'm questioning, but I'm still a Jesus person. But I'm real. My God, why would anyone want to see somebody being tortured forever? Oh, the narcissist does. The narcissist does it all the time. And I'm triggered all the time when I talk to my worst abuser. Naturally, I'm triggered. He's awful.